Welcome back everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Today we do have a Bookish box to unbox. Well, at least I think it's a Bookish box. Like, it's a little bit too light to be just a box filled with books. It could be the Darkly box, but I'm going to assume it's the Bookish box. So why am I so confused? Because Bookish Box is not sending out any notifications like, hey, something's on the way, and tells you what it is. Like, literally, stuff is just being sent out, and I'm very happy for that because they've once again kind of had a huge gap in between deliveries. Happy to have a box from them, but I have no fucking idea what it is. So let's go ahead and open it and find out. And if this is a Bookish box or Darkly box, it should be for February 2024. Like, yes, we are in July, but Bookish box still is behind and remains to be behind, and there was a point in time where I felt like they might catch up this year, and now we're kind of back to this like huge gap. So I'm like, I don't know if they will be able to catch up. So my guess for this box is that it's the February 2024 Bookish box. But again, like I said, it could be the Darkly box, or it might be a box of books, and I'm doing this video for nothing. So huzzah, I did get it right on the month. So this is the February 2023 box, but I still don't know if it's Darkly or Bookish box, so gotta look through the items to find that out. Okay, and I was wrong. This is actually the February 2024 Darkly box. So I was not expecting that plot twist. And now I'm like slightly concerned because their Bookish box always arrives before the Darkly box, and I'm like, is my February 2024 Bookish box like MIA? Is it missing? Is it gone? Is it poof? I really hate that they're not sending out shipping notifications because now I have no idea if my Bookish box even shipped or if it's lost somewhere or, God forbid, got delivered elsewhere. Keeping my fingers crossed that none of that happened and it just happens to be that my Darkly box came before my Bookish box for February. I will say I'm excited to unbox this together with you all because some of the items look pretty cool. Some of the items I'm like, but I'm really excited about this book. Like, this book has been on my TBR forever. So I am so stoked that I got it finally. But before we get there, the newsletter always starts out with the hello, welcome to Bookish box. If you guys did not know, there's a lot of options with Bookish box. You can do book only, you can do book and goodies like I do, you can do book goodies t-shirt. There's choices and options. Then it does get into all the details of the Bookish box for that month because it's one newsletter for both boxes. We're going to skip over because we don't have our Bookish box yet. Then it gets into the information about the items in our Darkly box, which we're going to also skip over because I will be reading those descriptions of the items as I reveal each item in the box. In the newsletter, they also include book recommendations if you end up enjoying the books of the month. They've highlighted some items in the Bookish box shop. We also get a Spotify playlist, which is usually inspired by the themes and or books of the month. They brought back the Emotional Support Buddies book club. I love this. I love animals, so I thought this was a really cute idea of just highlighting some of the staff's emotional support animals and then their book recommendations. We also have a fun activity that includes hints for the next boxes, which would be March. Again, I know we're in July, but they're on the February boxes, so the hints are for the next box, which would be March. And lastly, they include information about their social fam. So without further ado, let's get to the items, which is what we're really here for. But first, we need a reminder of what the theme is this month. And our theme for our Darkly February 2024 box is Deadly Desires. And our first item is the Ritual Inspired Cup Sleeve. And if you guys hear noises in the background, I promise I don't have a basement filled with children who are being tortured. I live in an apartment complex and there's children playing right outside my apartment. Just know if you hear like screaming, yelling and stuff, like it's children playing outside, I promise. Here is our book sleeve and it's cute, but okay, why the face? Why did I make a face? And it's because it stinks. Like, I've been trying to figure out since I opened this box of what the hell smells. It's this fucker. It says, I vow, you vow, we vow, the ritual. So it does have roses and skulls on it. My issue, because I do have an issue with this, I think it is a cool idea. It's really nice to have a sleeve, especially if you got a really ice cold water. But I feel like the design is not clear, if that makes sense. Like, it almost feels like I'm looking at something with my glasses off, if that makes sense. So like, it's just not a crisp image. It looks like an image that was small, looked really cool, and then they blew it up too big and it's almost distorted. So I guess for me, it's like the image is not crystal clear, like especially the skulls. Like the skulls look kind of just foggy and just not detailed enough. So that is what I have an issue with. I also don't care for the quote, but that could be because I haven't read the ritual yet, and maybe I just don't understand how important this quote is, but I'm like, I vow, you vow, we vow. I don't know what the significance is of that, and that might be my problem. Cup sleeve. Vow to keep your cup condensation free and your hands burn free with this cup sleeve inspired by The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. Designed by @thatspooky_girl. So again, I don't hate this. I feel like it could really be useful. I just don't like how not clear the image is. And to be perfectly honest, this might have been cuter without the quote. Like just having the pattern might have been enough. But again, I would want the pattern to be a little bit more clear. And I hope this damn thing airs out and doesn't stink forever because it smells like burnt rubber. So next up, we have the Stars and Shadows and series inspired foldable tote. Foldable tote. I hate unraveling these because as soon as I unravel them, I know I can never get it back to as nicely folded as this is. So that's a huge bummer, but we need to look at it. And dang, this is a tote. So it does make a really big bag. It is super cute with its pink snakes and silver moon and black background. I like this. Whether you are grocery shopping or going to the bookstore, this foldable tote is perfect for everyday wear, inspired by the Stars and Shadows series by Holly Renee, designed by @Jag Inc. And I really liked the first book in the Stars and Shadows series. I have not read book 2 or 3 because I've been waiting forever for Bookish Box to send me my next books for that series. So I did order the special editions of book 2 and 3 because we have the first book, of course, from one of the Bookish boxes like last year. Still waiting to finish the series, but I'm dying to do so, and I do like this tote. Next up, we have the Thorn of Broken Gods inspired foiled bookmark set. So here's our bookmark set. We have quotes on the front with the dragon and a sword on the back. Foiled bookmark set. Open your book to divine treasures tucked within. This foiled bookmark set is inspired by The Throne of Broken Gods by Amber V. Nicole, designed by @thebookish_box. So this bookmark with the sword on the back says, we can do this dance until this world burns and the next takes its place, but I will still choose you. And then our red one says, when I burn this world to embers and you paint me as the villain, remember I really did try to be good once. That's the one with the dragon on the back. I love these. My only critique is that they need to be a little thicker. So these are a bit flimsy for my taste, but still really like them and happy to have them. I think they're really cool and I love the foil design. Taking a guess, and I could be utterly wrong, but I think The Throne of Broken Gods is the second book after the Book of Azrael, if I'm not mistaken. Again, could be totally wrong, but I kind of feel like the quotes that it's those characters. And obviously I have not read it yet. I love the Book of Azrael and I cannot wait to continue the series. But of course I'm waiting on special editions to be offered from Bookish Box because I have the Book of Azrael special edition. So next up is the item that I was least excited for because I'm never going to wear this, but it's a hat that says Romance Reader. Embroidered hat, wear your passion on your head instead of your sleeve with this month's Romance Reader embroidered hat. Get lost in a world of love stories, one page at a time. Designed by @thebookish_box. So I could see people rocking this, and if you want to rock it, awesome. I love that for you. I'm not a hat girly. I get too warm. I literally have a medical disorder that sets off when it's hot and it causes pain like you have second-degree burns. So I'm definitely not like wearing hats to keep me warm. So hats are definitely out. And I have a giant head. Like literally most hats give me excruciating headaches because they're so tight because my head is so big. Feel bad for my mother. So yes, this hat will be put aside to be safely stored until I can do a giveaway for someone who actually wants this. And of course, our last physical bookish inspired item before we get to the book itself, which I'm so excited for. We have our pin. So February's theme, Bonds of Blood and Blades. So our Cabinet of Curiosities, introducing the second volume of the 2024 Cabinet of Curiosities collection. This month's theme is Bonds of Blood and Blades. Till Death Do We Start. Fandoms include the Sinner's Duet series by Sophie Lark, and that's going to be the rare one. We have Scarred by Emily McIntyre, which is the extra rare. We have Legendary, which is The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. And thankfully on the box they have the key because I wouldn't know what pin goes with what. So let's go ahead and find out what I have. And there's my pin. So it's a crown with knives and fire and I guess, book in the background. Box. So it's a box, crown, fire, knives. So this is the extra rare one, which is Scarred. I have not read Scarred, which is okay. But unfortunately, I don't like this pin. I think it's very basic. I think it looks almost cartoony, and I don't like it. I will not be keeping this. This will definitely be going in my giveaway box. So that is it for all our Bookish items. So this box was definitely nothing stellar, but it wasn't the worst box I've ever had from Bookish Box. There's items I'm definitely excited about. Love the tote. Love the tote. It's very gothic looking. I love the series it's from, and it's incredibly useful. So the tote I love. But I guess it'd be more useful if I actually went out. Like I can't go out grocery shopping or go to the bookstore. So I don't have a ton of use for it, but I still like it. And I'm going to keep it. Another item that I love was the bookmarks. The bookmarks, completely useful. They were beautiful and I will be keeping them. And then I really didn't like the hat and I didn't care for my pen this month. And I don't know if what that would have been different if I got a different pen. So just not feeling the pen. I love interacting with you guys, so definitely leave comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts on this box, if you liked any of the items. So definitely a mixed box for me, but not the end of the world. What I'm most excited about is what we're going to talk about next, and that is the book. The book I'm super excited about, and it looks pretty, but I'm just excited to get this book finally and I get to read it. Our book this month is The Ritual by Chantal Tessier. I'm dying to read this. Our featured title, The Ritual by Chantal Tessier, The Chosen One. Barrington University is home of the Lords, a secret society that requires their blood in payment. They are above all the most powerful men in the world. They devote their lives to violence in exchange for power, and during their senior year, they are offered a chosen one. I vow, you vow, we vow. People think growing up with money is freeing, but I promise you, it's not. My entire life has been planned out for me. I never got the chance to do what I wanted until Riot Alexander Archer came along and gave me an option for a better life. He offered me what no one else ever had, freedom. I chose to be his. He made me believe that anyway, but it was just another lie. A way that the Lords manipulate you into doing what they want. After being sucked into the dark, twisted world of the Lords, I embraced my new role and allowed Riot to parade me around like the trophy I was to him. But like all things, what started out as a game soon became a fight for survival, and the only way out was death. Just, oh my God, I love dark romance, and I'm so on board with this, and I've been desperately wanting to read this, and I've just been waiting. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the details of our exclusive edition of The Ritual. So of course we have this beautiful exclusive cover, stenciled edges all the way around, reversible dust jacket, and this is really hard for me because I like both sides. I think they're both really, really cool. So hard choice between these. Beautiful foiled hardcover case, which I'm also loving. Just this red and black aesthetic is just so pretty. Beautiful illustrated end papers. Especially love this one. And of course we have a printed author signature. So when can I read this? Because I am desperate to. So ignore my sign in the background because that's not right. I forgot to update it, but I'm actually reading Bound, which is the third book in the Spider's Mate series by Tiffany Roberts, because I was desperate to read the series. So I actually put Bound ahead of an Owl Crate book, which is like not a thing I normally do, but I was so like, I need to finish the series. So currently reading Bound, and then I will be reading Foul Days, which is our latest Owl Crate book that I received, which was the Owl Crate adult book for June. I'll be reading Foul Days, and then I can get to The Ritual. And I'm very, very excited, and I kind of feel like I'll just need to blast through Foul Days, and I'm kind of like now upset that it's in the way of The Ritual. Like I'm just like, can I push you aside? But no, I won't. So that is it for the Darkly box of February 2024. Thank you all so much for being here. If you want to see me do more unboxings, make sure to give me a like this video. Make sure to subscribe to join me for all the bookish fun we got going on. We definitely have more unboxings to do once I get them. And then I am still working on recaps and book reviews, but do realize I have a normal like 9-to-5 job that does take a lot of my time, and right now it's really stressful because I still don't know if I have a job because our grants and budget might have gotten effed up. So just know, like, I'm working on things. It's just a slow process. I hope you have a really great July 4th. Stay safe and try not to get too hot. It's supposed to be like 115 here, which I'm like, no, thank you. Thanks so much, everyone. Catch you next time.